Welcome back to Hobson's Choice Harleys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So today we're continuing to play on the 49 Servi-Car. Last video we tore the fenders, we tore the box off. Today we're going to start playing with trying to get this subframe out. So it's kind of funny. This thing has leaf springs, it has coil springs, and it has shocks. So it's got a lot of suspension. I'm going to try to take all of this stuff off because I need to go through and look at the bushings, see how loose that is. So the rubber bushings there are blown. Up here is brass bushings, and I don't know if you can tell, but see all the slop in here? All that's got to be redone. So my plan is to take the subframe off, keep the main frame, and ride it and goof around on it while I'm fixing and painting and doing everything else. So that's the plan. We're going to see how hard this is to come apart today. So these have these lock washers that hold them in place. Hey, look at that. It actually spun. And again, I keep saying it, my kingdom for a compressor. To get my air tools out here. So it was interesting. I was at my buddy's house. He's got a 1956 Servi-Car, and he's got his all torn down. I didn't realize that these locking washers on this thing are actually the same washers that go on the Springer front end rockers. So I don't think that was just Harley Davidson. I think that was everybody of the time. As many parts as you could produce. So I'm talking about that little washer there, guys. That washer goes over the shaft. The nut goes in the washer. You bend a tab over, and that keeps it from backing out. So those same washers are used on your rocker box or your rockers for your Springer down here. See, so it's kind of ingenious that they use as many like parts as they could in the same places. I was also talking to them about like spark plugs. The spark plugs on this thing were running they were running tractors, they were running snowmobiles. I mean, it used to be so many parts were interchangeable, and nowadays everything's so specialized. I wish we could get back to the time where everything wasn't so specialized. So see, I'm just trying to get that tab bent back. And again, you're not supposed to use a crescent wrench, but that's what I got. Maybe we'll rename it Hillbilly Harleys instead of Hobson's Choice Harleys. Wow, okay. Some of this is coming off pretty clean. So again, I've got another nut here. I don't know if that one's ready to come off. We might get stymied here, and I might have to put some PB Blaster on this stuff. Oh. And then again, I might not. And before we started the video, I went and took a couple still pictures of all this stuff. It's kind of cool. I guess I'm getting smarter in my old age. I used to just tear shit apart and then be wondering where all the parts went. So now I'm pretty good about taking still pictures with my cell phone. And it's kind of nice that I have a picture, I don't know what you would call it, picture documentation of everything so I can get it back together. Especially when I'm working on something like this that I have no experience with. I mean, I've been dealing with nuts and bolts and wrenches for over 35 years, but this here is definitely a beast of a different nature. Kind of funny, I had my sidecar on my 69 FLH, and I had to work on that for years, and everything came apart rusty and crusty. And I mean, look at that. It's clean. The threads are good. I don't have to use an easy out on anything. I'm probably jinxing myself. It might get worse, but it's kind of refreshing to have something this old that is actually coming apart reasonably easy. Okay, so what's next on the hit parade? It's going to be that and that. Grab some more tools.